Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cows channel where Russia's not just fighting in Europe, they're actually fighting in cyberspace and they're choosing a really stupid target. This is a cow's opinion. I'm a cow and I've got an opinion. What opinion do you have? That's a little too after school especially, but I'm getting there. Maybe someday we'll have music. But until then, I hope that you all enjoying yourselves this week. I wanted to talk about a story that just hit, and oh my god, is it awesome. Because apparently some Russian hackers threatened the developers of Stalker 2, and it didn't go the way that they probably thought it would. So, if you don't know what Stalker 2 is, I'm having to go to the Wikipedia page to show you one specific thing. Basically, it's one of those alternate history games where Chernobyl, which as you know is the site of the greatest nuclear disaster in the history of mankind, had a bunch of labs built and they started to do all kinds of experiments, as you do, and a second catastrophe occurs in closer to modern times, which just starts causing anomalies and all kinds of things, and you're basically looking through a bunch of stuff. It's made by Ukrainian developers, and as you can see, it had 3 games, 2007 to 2009, and finally the Stalker 2, Heart of Chernobyl, excuse me, I don't know why I'm saying Chernobyl, that's my southernness, but Stalker 2 is coming out way later. And we're not just talking way later because, you know, the Russian invasion of Ukraine that was a big thing is still going on at the time of this recording. And it's kind of made it harder for the developers to make the game when, you know, the country's on fire by hundreds of thousands of people who shouldn't be there. I know that's a hot take to some people, but that's my take. Unfortunately, a Russian fan page for the Stalker series has been happy to say as of 2 days ago that they hacked the developmental Stalker 2 and began making threats to the Ukrainian developers and said, you know, what all hackers do. Do what we say, either money or other things, and we'll go over what they wanted in a second. Do what we say, or else we're going to release all of this information and spoil the game. And much like the Ukrainian people told the army of Russia, the response has been, go to hell. Now, the developers of Stalker 2 are, again, a Ukrainian game company. And they're really not interested in localizing the game for Russia. They're not going to translate into the Russian language. They're not going to release it in Russia officially. And that is because, you know, that's the nation that's been invading them for over a year now. They're not really interested in doing business with them, as well as the fact that for a lot of the world, it's now illegal to do business with Russia. So, some people in Russia and it's been confirmed that the hack came from a Russian IP and everything, decided to steal some stuff and told the GSC or Game World's development studio to rethink your attitude towards players from Belarus and Russia and to apologize for the unworthy attitude towards ordinary players from these countries. So basically, the hackers are upset that Russia is banned from doing business with Ukraine and that the developers wanted to honor that ban. With regards to the Russian localization, they write, fans are waiting for it from your official company. It is not necessary to spoil the game for people because of politics. Now, they're claiming to have at least 10 gigabytes worth of data. That's probably everything. That's like artwork, that's, you know, plot points, that's early scripts, that's early code, that's in-depth code, that is weapons, that is any kind of character progression. That is a ton of stuff that they have. And they are saying that if you don't respond by March 15th, which is as of this recording, just 2 days away, in fact, barely more than 1 day away, when you factor in the time difference, they're going to release everything onto the internet. Now, GSC Game World, who I want to underline this point from Kotaku, had one of their developers, KIA, fighting the Russian invasion in December, responded. And 2 things, like the article notes, the caps are theirs and not mine or Kotaku's. And I'm going to read them in full just so that you understand. Recently, all employees' account for collective work with images application was hacked. The responsibility for this was claimed by a community from a Russian social network. They are threatening to use the obtained data for blackmail and intimidation. This is not the first attempt to hack and leak our data, including personal information. We have been enduring constant cyber attacks for more than a year now. We have faced blackmail, acts of aggression, hacks, attempts to hurt players and fans, and efforts to damage the development process of the reputation of our company. We are a Ukrainian company, and like most Ukrainians, we have experienced many things that are much more terrifying: destroyed houses, ruined lives, and the deaths of our loved ones. Attempts to blackmail or intimidate us are completely futile. Our unwavering commitment to supporting our country remains unchanged. We will continue to do everything possible to support Ukraine, and this won't change in the future under any circumstances. Despite the attempts to break us, we remain strong and courageous, because when you believe in something and love it with all your heart, you have to defend it at all costs. We have been through a lot. However, these challenges only encourage us to work even harder, because we believe that the truth is on our side. Evil will never win. In the event of any leaks, we ask that you refrain from watching or distributing information about Stalker 2 Heart of Chernobyl. Outdated and work-in-progress materials may dilute the impression of the final idea that we have put into the game. We encourage you to stay patient and wait for the official release for the best experience possible. We believe that you will love it. We'd like to express our deepest appreciation for our loyal community. We are overwhelmed by the response and support we have received from you. Thank you for that, from each and every member of the GSC Game World team. Our mission is to commit all of our strength and passion to complete the project and deliver it to you, despite all the obstacles on the way. Your support is our inspiration. Glory to Ukraine. Sincerely, the GSC Game World team. And as Kotaku ends, that's a no, then. Now, the comments are pretty good. Usually the comments are a variety of things, but yeah. First of all, I want to say my opinion is Slava Ukraine. Because, yeah, these guys have been through a lot worse than just making a game over the past year. Ukraine is getting, I hate to be political, guys, but Ukraine is getting pummeled, destroyed, desecrated, and their citizens moved to Russia, which are going to have to be moved back when the war is over. All because some people at the top of Russia just think that, well, we want this land, so we're going to take it. I understand that there's a massive amount of political intricacies, but at the end of the day, Russia feels safer when they push out to the ocean, and to do that, they have to take over Ukraine. And these people have been doing a stunning job of fighting that for a year. So I don't know what these hackers thought was going to happen when they were told, hey, don't punish us for our country, give us our game. It's not your game, it's their game. And as a fan of Super Robot Wars, who didn't have many of the games translated, and had to make do with YouTube videos and import costs until they finally started releasing them on Steam, guess what? You don't always get what you want, and you're a spoiled baby. I hope that these guys produce a wonderful game, and I just want to say that I pray for the people of Ukraine. That's it. Let me know in the comments what you think, but honestly, I severely doubt there's going to be much pro-Russian sentiment going on towards. This is just some garbage people doing some garbage stuff, and it sucks. And yeah, they don't even want money. They just you have to translate the game. They can't translate the game to Russian. Not even if they wanted to, they can't. Russia is under heavy sanctions. Nobody can do business with them. Not from Europe, not from America, not from large portions of the Southeast, the Pacific. Even lots of countries that don't like America are starting to turn on Russia, because this has been a long time and it's harder and harder to ignore what's happening. So guys, hopefully we have more fun and happy stories for you, but I just wanted to look at this because I admire this kind of courage, and this is just a reminder of what some people in a corner of the world have been going through for the past year, and I hope that their dawn comes soon. This is a cow's opinion, and instead of my usual tagline, if you like anything close to Stalker 2, why don't you consider giving Stalker 2 a try when it finally releases? and give some really beloved and courageous game developers some support. You guys have a good day.